and girls, it's Mrs. Fairy, yeah, that's me, and I'm here today to go over recorder lesson number 1. I'm glad you could join me today, and if you have your recorders, go ahead and get them out. This is the front side of the recorder. This is the back side of the recorder. So, first thing we need to go over there are 2 things, very important things, that can make you squeak. And if you're squeaking, your parents are probably going to make you go outside even if it's raining. So please listen up. The first thing that can make you squeak is blowing too hard. Ooh, don't do that. Your parents won't like it. Your dogs won't like it. You don't want the neighbors calling that your dog's howling. So don't do that. The other thing you need to remember is make sure that your fingers are covering the holes all the way, that no air is escaping from any hole. So like here is the fingering for G, and I'm going to play it the right way. But if I blow too hard, sounds like that. And my husband's just left the building. Now, the other thing that I said that can make you squeak is not covering the holes all the way. So if you can see, I've got the holes covered now, but now I'm going to kind of like uncover the middle hole just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but I uncovered it a little bit and see, I didn't cover it all the way. But if I move that finger back and I'm pressing down hard on the poochie part of your finger, then you will have it covered correctly and you should sound like this. Now, for those of you who are like, what is she talking about, the poochie part of your finger? If you turn your finger sideways, it pooches out just a little bit right here. That is where you need to cover the holes. Not here on the tip of the finger, but here on the poochie part. And yes, I made that word up. The poochie part of your finger. So the first note we're going to talk about today is B. You're going to take your left hand thumb. And yes, I know this is my right, but I'm doing it backwards for you. So you're going to take your left hand thumb and you're going to make a right angle with it. Then take that left hand thumb on the poochie part, put it on the thumb hole going straight out. And then you're going to put it into your chest so you can look and see what you're doing. Put your first finger on the first hole. Press it down hard, make sure you're on the poochie part, and does it look like this? And if it looks like this, then you're ready to gently put it into your mouth and gently blow. And that is B. Now let me see you do that. I hope you didn't blow too hard. I don't hear any dogs howling, so I think maybe you did. So again, this is B. Now I want you to play 4 B's in a row, like ta, 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 ta. Here we go. Good job. Okay, now we're going to take our second finger, our middle finger, and you're going to put it down on the second hole. So you have your thumb on the thumb hole, you have your first finger on the first hole, and your middle finger of your left hand on the second hole. And this is the fingering for A. So this is A. And this is what A should sound like. Listen. Now you play it. A, 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 A. Good job. Now our next finger is G. We're going to take our ring finger and put it on the third hole. Again, we're left hand. Put your right hand all the way at the bottom for now and just kind of keep it there to help steady the recorder while you're playing. And this is the fingering for G. We have our thumb on the thumb hole and 3 fingers down. The first 3 fingers, you don't want to do the 3 fingers down here because that is not G. This is G. The first 3 fingers on the first 3 holes and your thumb on the thumb hole, and this is G. Listen. Now you try it. Okay, now we're ready for our first song. Our first song is Hot Cross Buns. And I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to go B, A, G, rest. B, A, G, rest. G, 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 G. A, A, A. B, A, G, rest. And this is what it should sound like. And when I stopped the air with the tip of my tongue, so instead of going, I made 3 distinct sounds by taking my tongue and going, stopping the air with my tongue. Take the tip of your tongue here and touch the top of the roof of your mouth. See, the roof of your mouth is the tip of your tongue, and that will stop the air like this. And that gives you 3 clear notes. Now, I think you're probably ready now to play Hot Cross Buns, so we're going to play it with the music this time. How'd you do? Are your parents kicking you outside of the house? If they are, you're blowing too hard or you're not covering up the holes all the way. Okay, good job, boys and girls. Now, the next song we're going to do is B, A, Jive. And so you're going to use just B and A with this. And you're going to go B, 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 rest, rest, rest. A, rest, rest, rest. B, 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 rest, rest, rest. B, A, G. And it helps if you are looking at the music, if you will say it out loud and practice the fingering first before you actually play it with the music. So again, let's try again from the beginning of B, A, Jive. And I was going to put my music up right here so that I can see. We're going to play B, A, Jive with our fingering first, and then we'll play it out loud with the music. So right now we're just practicing the fingering. B, 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 rest, rest, rest. A, rest, rest, rest. B, 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 rest, rest, rest. B, A, G, rest, rest, rest. Back to the beginning. B, 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 rest, rest, rest. A, rest, rest, rest. B, 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 rest, rest, rest. B, A, G, rest, rest, repeat. B, A, G, rest, rest, repeat. B, A, G. And yeah, add a cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha that third time. All right, now let's play it with the music. Remember, take your fingers, make sure you're on the poochie part, and you're pressing down nice and firm. Put it in your chest, and let's just double check before we do it. This is B, A, and 3 fingers G. And make sure the thumb is down the whole time. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. We're going to play B, A, Jive. Get your B ready. Got it? Now, put it into your mouth and get ready to blow softly. What did I say? Softly. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. You ready? Here we go. Now go back to B. One Don't forget the cha-cha-cha. That's the best part. Okay, so great job, everybody. You did a super job, and I hope that your parents still are letting you play in the house. Remember, if you blow softly, you got a good chance of staying inside. Now, you've done so well, I'm going to give you a bonus. You're going to get to see my dogs, Max and Elsa, my fur babies. I can hear my fur babies coming. I bet I can play them in here. Yeah, he's my baby. This is Max. And this is Elsa. She's a lot more sweet and gentle. Yes, I have one dog that's wild. And the nice dog here is nice and gentle, Max and Elsa. All right, you guys, keep practicing. And I'm going to put recorder 2 up here very, very soon. We will play Mary Had a Little Lamb, also known as Merrily We Roll Along. So, when you're done with B.A. Jive and Hot Cross Buns, you're ready for lesson 2. See you guys soon. Stay safe. Love you. Go back up to B.